Hey guys, so today I woke up, got ready for the day, had breakfast. I had baked oats and it was so good. Oh my god, I love baked oats. I love them. And then I don't even know. I guess I got ready for the day and did various things. And then I headed over to the bus stop because Valeria and I went to San Fernando today, so then I caught the bus to the train station and then the train to San Fernando, which is like a couple cities over, and we went to Bahia Sur, which is the mall there, and we walked around the mall for a little bit and then met up with some girls who live there and walked around the mall a little bit more and got lunch and everything, and I got a necklace and I love it so much because I think it goes really well with my bracelet, and I've been wanting to get a necklace, and it was like 10 euros, which I think is a little bit expensive, but hopefully that means it's good quality. And then we just kind of walked around for a little while, and then we went to the other girl's house, apartment, because they don't live in a house, they live in an apartment. And so we went to their apartment, and first of all, it's tiny. It's a 2-bedroom apartment with 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom, and then the kitchen and the living room, with 6 people. 6. So the 2 exchange students share 1 small room, and then the mom, dad, and 1 and 5-year-old sons all share the same room, which is crazy to me. I didn't see how big the room is, but I can't imagine it's very big. And they have 6 pets, 3 lizards, 2 cats, and 1 dog. And I don't know how they live like that because the apartment is tiny, and it gave Valeria and I such an appreciation for our big houses. Like, our houses here are both smaller than our houses back home, but like they're so much bigger than the other girls' apartment. So we have a newfound appreciation for our houses. And the girls were really nice, and it was really fun to hang out with them and just kind of meet them really, because I never really talked to them before, but they're both really nice. We had cinnamon rolls because one of the girls made cinnamon rolls yesterday, and it was so good. It was so fluffy. I don't know how she does it, but it was so good. And then we walked to the train station and then took the train back to Jerez, and we took the bus to my bus stop because Valeria still has never been to my house because we always hang out at their house. And so she did the 15-minute trek to my house because their bus stop is like 5 minutes from their house, but mine is 15 minutes. And so we walked to my house and I showed her our house, and and then we were like looking through pictures to show each other our lives back home. And then she went back home and I edited last week's video and posted it, or like got it loading to post just in time to call my family. And so I called my family, and it was so fun to talk to them and talk for them. I talked to them for like an hour, and then I studied philosophy for the test on Monday for like just very briefly. And then I washed off my makeup because I did makeup today. I don't know. I think I'm going to start doing makeup at least once a week just because I like feeling put together and fancy. So I washed off my makeup, and then I went down to dinner and had dinner, and then hung out for another half hour, 45 minutes, just watching TV and knitting. And then I come up here and I'm recording this, and I'll get ready for bed and go to bed. And that was my day. I love this necklace. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, that was my day. Hey, so that light is bright. Today was good. It was fine. It was just kind of a chill day at home. I woke up, got ready for the day, went down, had breakfast. I had baked oats with apple, and it was so good. And then I came upstairs and studied philosophy a little bit. And then I cleaned the bathroom and the floor and just like did some chores. And then I tried to go to Molly and Validator's house, but I was too impatient to wait for an answer, and so I went to their house, but then turns out they weren't there. They were out at lunch, so they weren't home. So I just biked back home, but it was fine. It's just like 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back, so I just got some exercise. Then I came back home and I did like a Chinese lesson because I have not been doing enough Chinese. And then I just kind of chilled with Monty Bell for a little bit, and then I listened to my audiobook and knitted for a little bit, and then I went on a run and took a shower and talked to my mom, and then studied a little bit more for philosophy, went down to dinner, came back up, talked to my friend. It was so fun to talk to my friend. And then I'm recording this and I'll get ready for bed and go to bed. But I have the first philosophy test of the year tomorrow, and I'm a little bit scared because at the beginning of the year the philosophy teacher told us if you're in class and you pay attention and like you do the work, you'll get at least an 8 in my class, like even forgetting about the test. And then on Thursday she was like, I hope you guys are studying a lot over the weekend for the test on Monday. That's the exact opposite of what you told us at the beginning, actually, so make up your mind. So like I've studied a total of like probably an hour and a half, but I don't know if it's enough. Like I know the stuff, but I haven't memorized the stuff, you know? Like, I don't know. Like I understand the like theories and everything, but I haven't memorized the names of the philosophers, you know? So I don't think I'll do like amazing on the test, but like I don't see how I could fail either. And since I'm on my year abroad, like I don't need to get 9s and 10s, which I have to keep reminding myself of. But like, I don't know. I actually have no idea how the test is gonna go tomorrow, but I guess we'll see soon. So yeah, that was my day. Hey, so today was the philosophy test, and I genuinely think I got a 3. I don't think I passed, but I guess we'll find out. But today I woke up, got ready for the day. I was able to sleep in again today because it's not raining anymore, so I got up at 7:10 and biked to school, and I just woke up like really tired, and I was like, it's okay, I'll go to school and then I'll wake up. But spoiler, I never woke up, okay? I was tired the entire day and it was horrible. I'm trying to fix the light. Okay. So I never woke up. So, yeah. But I got to school and my first class of the day was Langlaw and it was boring. And then after that I had PE and we just stretched, which honestly was very useful for me because I've been a little sore from like running, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, that was cool. And after that was chemistry, and we got our chem tests back, or we don't actually get them back. You just look at them for 5 minutes, and then the teacher takes them back, which I think is so stupid, but whatever. And so we got our grades back, and I got a 5. Like, I passed. And so originally I got a 4.6, but it was because on one problem I got the right answer, but my work was so messy that she didn't know what I was doing, because like that was at the end when I was scrambling. I was like, wait, is this how it works, or is this how it works, or is that how it works? And I was like, oh my god, this is how it works. But like I didn't leave enough room, and so it was all just like a scribbled mess. So yeah, we did not have enough time for that, but that's okay. And so I asked her, like, I was like, hey, I like did this right, like, can I get some more points? She was like, yeah, okay, I'll give you 5 instead of 4.6. So I passed, barely. And then after that was recreo. And I was gonna spend it, like, originally I was like, okay, on Monday, like this week, I'm gonna spend more recess with like Spanish people, even though I don't actually talk to them. At least if I'm there, then like they can invite me to play cards or something, because I've been just spending time with the other exchange students, and probably isn't the best thing ever. But then today I was still so tired just dragging through all of my classes, and so during recess I was like, okay, if I don't actually talk to someone, like I'm just gonna fall asleep. And so then I went out and found India and we talked, and then I came back in, and after recess I had English, and I just studied for philosophy and English, but also I was half asleep the entire time, so I didn't actually study that much. And then I had philosophy, and the philosophy test went horribly because there was barely any theory. It was all name 4 scientists who helped with the scientific something. Name 4 philosophers from this time period. It was all memorization. I really don't understand the Spanish school system. It's all memorize and spit out. I hate it. So, yeah, now I know what the philosophy tests are going to be like, and I'm not looking forward to them. And then after philosophy was technology. And in technology, we're learning this new thing, but the teacher was talking at us the entire time. We were watching a YouTube video, then he paused it every now and then to explain something, and I swear, okay, you know how in the movies, if someone's tired, they go like this, and you can see them nodding off, and yeah, and it looks really dramatic, but it's I guess they have to be that dramatic to look tired. That was me in real life. I swear I was like this, and my eyelids kept drooping, and I kept almost falling asleep. And then at one point, I put my arm so that it was blocking my eyes and just closed my eyes because they were asking questions that I already knew the answer to. And oh my god, guys, that was the longest hour of my life. I think that's the most tired I've ever felt. And I literally just stayed up for 24 hours straight traveling this summer. It was not good. So tonight I'm going to bed a little bit earlier. And then I came home and I had lunch. It was pasta. Every Monday is pasta, and every Friday is pizza night. Pasta for lunch. Yeah, I like having I just like knowing the plan, you know? And then I came home and did homework. I only have one more test this week, which is nice. Last week was pretty test heavy, but this week is better. And then next week I don't have any, so that's nice. But I did homework, and then I talked to my mom for so long because we were trying to figure out classes and stuff for when I get back. And so we figured a lot of stuff out, and so that's really good. And then I came back inside. Oh, and I went on a walk while talking to her. Then I came back inside and did more homework and edited yesterday's video. And then I tried sewing some pants because all my, two of my pants were too big. And so, I sewed the jeans already. But then I was trying to sew the, striped black and white pants. And I almost got it. But then they were uneven. I got it. They were uneven. So then I have to seam rip them. I have to seam rip one side. But, I don't have time for that right now. So I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, that was nice, and I was just listening to my audiobook, and it was very enjoyable, very peaceful. And then Maribel and Nella got back from their walk, because they were out on a walk, and so then I got ready for, I washed my face, and then went down to dinner, had dinner, came back upstairs, folded some laundry, and put it away. And then I am recording this, and I'll get ready for bed and read, and go to bed. So yeah, that was my day. Hey, so I'm recording this a little bit early because I'm a little bit anxious about everything that I have to do, but just a little bit. And so, yeah, so today I got ready for the day. I biked to school and got to school. I had drafting first, and yeah, and then after that was philosophy, and we didn't get our test back, but we just had a normal period where basically one person reads a section of the notes, and then the teacher stops them every now and then, actually pretty often, to explain stuff. And so there are always volunteers. And so today there someone volunteered for the first part and the second part, and then she was like, Kayla, I haven't heard you read. Would you mind reading the next part of notes? And I was like, okay. And on Thursday, since I read La Celestina in Lengua, I felt confident that I could do it okay, definitely better than they're expecting, I thought. And so I read it, and I read 3 sentences, and she stopped me because she had to explain something, and she was like, Kayla, how long have you been learning Spanish? And I go, 10 years. And Christina's like, oh, that's the same amount of time that we've been learning English. And I was like, oh, wow. So that answers the question of how long they've been learning English. The school system just sucks at teaching them. And so she was like, oh, 10 years, wow, because you read that really well. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And I looked around, and like other people were really impressed too. So I was like, oh my god, confidence boost, thanks. And so I like finished reading that part of it, and then like the period finished. But since I forgot to buy my notes, because instead of having textbooks, the teachers like either just straight photocopy the textbook, and then we buy the copies from the office in like sections of the topic, or the teachers go through the book and like summarize it and then print out notes, or like make notes for us to print out. And so I forgot to buy the Unit 2 notes because I just forgot. And so I was moved next to this girl that I'd never really talked to before. Like, she's a friend of a friend of a friend. And like all of those people, like I'm only kind of friends with my friend who's friends with her friend, blah, 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 you know? And so like I've only ever, like she's in my class, and so I've seen her, but I've never really talked to her. But I sat next to her in philosophy to share her notes, and she's really nice. Like, she's probably my favorite she's probably my favorite person in the class. Just like, I don't know, I felt more comfortable with her somehow, and like the conversation flowed a little bit better with her somehow. Like, don't get me wrong, it was still stop and go because the language and because of just like my shy personality, but it was really fun talking to her. And so after that I had English, and I just stayed there. I didn't move back next to Christina, and I just like did my own thing during English. And I found out that I don't have to take the test on Thursday because it's a vocabulary test. Like, come on. So that's cool. And then after that was recreo, and I stayed in the classroom, and so did the girl next to me. Her name is Flora. And so me and Flora were like next to each other. She was either organizing something or like doing homework or something, and I was doing homework. And then we got to talking, and so we only did homework for like 10 out of the 30 minutes, and then we talked for the other 20, and it was so fun. And I was like, well, she's nice, I like her. And so I want to talk to her again in the future, and maybe I found another friend. Maybe I found a friend, period, because like I wouldn't say that I have Spanish friends. I would say I have Spanish acquaintances. But yeah, she's nice. And then after recreo was math, and I sat next to her again. And then after math was chem, and chem was like, I feel like I understand this unit. I just need the equations in front of me to be able to do it. So I'll have a lot of memorizing to do before the test, but the good thing is I understand it. Like, we had homework sent home today, and I was able to do every single problem. Granted, there were only like 4 or 5, but still, I was able to do all of them on my own. So like, that was really cool. And the like solutions are right under it, and I only had to use one solution to like only kind of work backwards, but that's 5 problems each with like 2 sections. So I think I'm doing pretty well. And then after chem was lengua, and in lengua they're just doing syntaxes. That's the entire unit, syntaxes? I don't know. And so I was lost the entire class period, and then my teacher came up to me. He was like, Kayla, your test is going to be different. You don't have to know all that stuff. You just have to know this. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, wait, but where is this in the packet? And so he was like, oh yeah, so it's everything but the first table. How is that much easier? But I mean, I'm sure it's easier. I'm sure it's a lot easier. But like, I still got a lot to learn, and since they already know it, I feel like it'll be a lot of self-learning. But the teacher's really nice. Like, I know if I email him, he'll respond like that with my answer, or with his answer. So yeah, that's fine. And then after lengua, I biked home on my bike, and then, I mean, obviously on my bike. And then I came home, had lunch, and then I got straight to homework because I was a little, like, I had a lot to do. And so I did drafting a little bit, and then I did chemistry, and then I did lengua, and then I called my mom for a full-on hour because we have a lot to figure out about, like, when I come back home, because I think I'm gonna do a job. I think I'm gonna have a job for a couple months, which is crazy. I feel so grown up. I say that living in another country. But the job is what's gonna make me feel grown up, not going to another country on my own without my family. That makes sense. And then, So yeah, we talked for a while, and then after the call, I did some more lingua, and then I went on a run, and then I took a shower, and then I'm recording this, and and earlier I looked at like Stanford summer camps because that'll improve my college application, and it'll help me explore what I want to do when I grow up, because I know it's something math related, but apart from that, I have absolutely no idea. Or like I have a little bit of idea, but not much. And yeah, so I did a lot today. And so from when I woke up this morning to now, it has been nonstop. I was at school, and then I ate lunch, and then I did homework, and then I called my mom, and then I did homework, and then I went on a jog, and then I took a shower, and now I'm doing this, and then I'll do more homework, probably, and potentially help Maribel with a hat, because she's making a hat for the first time, and I have to teach her how to purl. And then after homework, I'll eat dinner, and then after dinner, I'll read, and then, after dinner, I'll get ready for bed, and then I'll read, and then I'll go to bed, and then it all starts back up tomorrow. So it's been a really busy last couple days, and tomorrow is going to be equally as busy, and like I think I've been doing fairly well not getting overwhelmed, but like it might be catching up to me a little bit, because I started speaking faster earlier as I was explaining everything I was doing. So yeah, I think I'm dealing. I think it's okay. Oh my gosh. Today I woke up incredibly tired, just like yesterday. I was like, okay, gotta stay positive, gotta stay optimistic. Today I will go to school, and I will wake up. And I went to school, and I woke up. So there you go. So yeah, I actually woke up instead of just getting exponentially more tired throughout the day. So that was nice. And I had some cake, because there was leftover cake from the Maribel's family next door, because there was a birthday party and they gave us cake on Sunday, and so I had some cake on Sunday, and then I had some cake yesterday, and then I had some cake today, so it's cool. But yeah, that was my day. Hey, so first of all, before I forget, my relationship with my host mom got a lot better this past week and a half or 2 weeks. I'm not entirely sure what changed, but yeah, it's a lot better, so that's cool. And today I woke up, got ready for the day, went to school. I woke up so tired again today. It's horrible. It's miserable. But like yesterday, I woke up throughout the day, so that was good. But I hate waking up tired. And then my first class of the day was like Valores, which is just my free period. And I don't know what I worked on, but I worked on homework for a class. And then after that was chemistry. And I got called out for using a compass because I was filing down the lead, because I had already basically she sends us homework, and then the next day does all of the problems on the board, and so you don't actually have to do the homework because you can just copy it the next day. But I did the homework, and so when she was going over it, I was not paying attention because I already knew, I already did it, and I know how to do it, and I got the right answers, so I didn't need to pay attention. And so I was filing my compass to have something to do, and she was like, "So you don't need a compass for chemistry class, do you?" I was like, "No, I was just I had already finished the homework, so I was just filing down the lead." And she was like, "Well, you don't need that, so maybe you should put it away." And I was like, "Why do you care so much? I don't know why that bothers you so much. I literally did the work. You should be happy that I already did the work." But okay. And then after that was dibujo técnico, so drafting. And there was a retest today for the test that we had, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. But since I got a good score the first time around, I was did not at all feel the need to retest. And so me and Christina were the only ones that didn't retest. And I worked on chem and read a little bit behind my notebook because I'm at the back of the classroom. So yeah. And then after that was recreo, and I kind of watched a student versus staff, what's that called? Dodgeball game, because every day there's a class versus class or class versus staff sports game of some sort. And so I'm going to watch the one tomorrow, which is my class versus the staff in soccer or football. So yeah, that was cool. And I watched it with India. And then after that, I had math, and math was like, I don't know, fine. And after math was technology, and technology was like, in technology we learned this new equation, and so we were like applying it to a problem, and I don't know why, but I just could not figure it out, and I tried literally 3 times before finally getting it, but I only got it at home. I don't know, like, it was math, like, I was messing up on the math, which is like, I'm not used to, but whatever. After technology, it was PE. I had PE last, and so tell me why we had PE second period on Monday, last period today, and on Monday we did stretching, and today we did running. Tell me why. Because it's kind of stupid. Like, if it's, okay, it was cold on Monday, second period, right? And it's hot, sixth period today. So wouldn't it make sense to do the more physically exerting period, second period, as opposed to sixth, because, you know, it's hot? Just a thought. But whatever. We did like kind of interval. Yeah, we did like intervals basically. So like running fast and then slow, and then running fast, and then yeah. It was like kind of miserable, but only kind of. And then I biked home, and I was so sweaty because I never cooled down after PE. And then after school, I came home and had lunch and did homework for like 2 hours, and then called my mom and dad and talked about what I'm going to do when I come back home. And tell me why I'm getting overwhelmed by stuff that I'm going to do back home when I'm 3 months out, and I'm worried about, like, I'm stressing out about stuff back home. Why am I like this? And then after talking to them, I sewed pants. I sewed my pants. And like, I don't love how they turned out, but I think it's better than before, so I guess that's cool. And then I took a shower, and I might have done some more homework. No, I didn't do more homework. And then I went down to dinner and had dinner, and then I came upstairs and I watched YouTube for like 10 minutes, and then I'm recording this, and then I'll get ready for bed and read and go to bed. As I said yesterday, today was indeed another busy day. I think tomorrow will be too. I hope that next week is less busy. I hope that next week I have time to go out with friends during the week. Because I talked to Valeria, and she wants to go out during the week, not just the weekend. Because she's like, we're on exchange, we're just home all week. I was like, that's a good point. So I think next week we might go to the center one afternoon after school. We'll see. I think that's all. Yeah, that was my day. Hey, so today was another busy day, but also not too busy, so that's good. I woke up a little bit more awake than the last couple of days, which was such a nice change. And I woke up, got ready for the day, and then biked to school. And my first class of the day was math. Yeah, math. And I don't know. And then after that was technology, and I'm getting the hang of it, guys. Yesterday was just a fluke, but I've got it now, don't worry. And then after technology was philosophy, and we got our test back, and I did not pass. But I did better than a 3, so that's good. I got a 4.2, which like isn't great, but considering it's my first year of philosophy, and it's in Spanish, and I didn't know how it was going to be, I think it's fine. And out of the 29 people who took the test, 16 passed. 16 out of 29. Like, failing here is so normalized. Like, genuinely failing, genuinely getting less than a 50% is so normal here. I mean, barely less than half the people failed. And then the people who did pass, there were a lot of like 5s and 6s. It's so different here. And like, people always say, oh my god, American school is so easy, you must not learn anything. And like, yeah, we're lacking in geography and like a lot of other things, but we learn, okay, like, I'm gonna use languages as an example. my Spanish class is so incredibly, like, it's so much easier than their English class here, and my Spanish is so much better than their English is. And yeah, I know I went to immersion and all that, but like, they've been learning English for 10 years, and their English level is where you could get their English level is worse than the people in the Spanish 5 class that I was in last year for like a couple weeks. Their English level is worse after 10 years than people going the normal course after 5 years in the US. Like, their school is harder, like the tests are harder, but they learn things that no one cares about. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, it's good to know some grammar in English, but at a certain point you have to stop focusing on grammar and start focusing on actually speaking the language, because they could not carry a conversation. Sure, they know the grammar structures, but who cares, you know? Like, I don't know. So, yeah, like, school is harder, I guess, but it's hard to compare because the things you learn are so different. Anyway, after philosophy was recreo, and I was gonna watch the football game with India, but then I don't know, she was like talking to other friends, which is great for her because we gotta support each other, getting Spanish friends. And so I stayed in the classroom for a little bit, and then went downstairs and asked for help with math for a little bit. And then I went outside to watch the soccer game on my own. And I watched it on my own for like 5 minutes, and then these girls came up to me and started talking to me. And they're girls in my class, but it's like in bachillerato, which is the last 2 years, it's like 11th and 12th grade basically. You get to choose what kind of courses you want to take. So there's bachillerato of science, bachillerato of letras, which is like languages and like English, like literature, not literature, just like languagey type things. I don't know, like Greek, Latin, French, I don't know. And then bachillerato of like social sciences, I think. They just say sociales, but it's like social sciences. Anyway, and there were literally only 4 people in bachillerato de letras. And so those 4 girls are in our common class, like our core classes with us, which is lengua, philosophy, English, something else. And so like they're in our core classes with us, but then every single other class they leave for their like whatever, Latin, Greek, whatever. And so like these 3 girls were kind of in my class, but also kind of not, because they're in the letras class. And so like I'd never talked to them before, but they seemed nice, and so they walked up to me and started talking to me, and it was really fun. It was really nice, and I liked them. I want to talk to them again sometime. And yeah, we like half watched the rest of the soccer game together and half just chatted. And then I went back upstairs for class, and after recreo I had lengua, and there's nothing to say about lengua. And then after that was dibujo técnico, and I don't know, it was cool. Oh my gosh, I'll put up a picture, because our unit, you know how at the beginning I said I didn't really like it because it's hard? Well, it's still like harder than the other one, but I think I'm picking up the trick a little bit. I say that and then I'll like fail the test next week. But yeah, I think I'm getting better at it, but it looks so cool. It looks so cool. So I'll put up a picture. And then after dibujo técnico was English, but it's like they had a test, which I thought was going to take the entire class period, because usually tests do, but it was like a quiz that took literally 10 minutes. And so I like studied a little bit of math because I have the math test tomorrow, and then just did nothing because I was tired and didn't feel like it. And so for the rest of the like 45 minutes that they had class, they were doing correcting like homework or something, and so I was just listening, and I was like, that's not really right, I don't think, but like and so you know how the teacher like last week said that, oh my gosh, like I've been waiting for a new English speaking exchange student so that I can have my first of SO kids like show you around and like give you a tour and everything. And so today she told me, hey, so since I didn't know you were already at the school, neither did the kids, and so they've been asking me when you're getting here. Of course, they don't know that you're already here, and so when you go on the tour with them, how about just pretend that you just got here? I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. She's like, they want to show you around the school, and if you already know everything, then, like, they might be a little disappointed, so just pretend you just got here. So I'm like, cool, I can do that. And then after school, I biked home, and then I had lunch, and did homework for, like, I did work for like 3.5 hours. I did some math homework and some, I don't know, editing. And then oh my gosh, we're looking into like what I'm gonna do when I get back home, and we're already thinking about the summer because my family is full of over planners. I'm not the only one, guys. And so like looking into Stanford summer camps, because Stanford is like, oh my gosh, that would look good on my college application. And so I researched summer camps for like an hour, and I feel so productive. Oh my gosh, I love organizing things, so it's perfect, but also like takes freaking forever. But yeah, and then after that I went downstairs and knitted and like chatted with Maribel for like, I don't know, 10-20 minutes, and then came back upstairs, changed for my run. I started this new it's like a running plan. It's like a 5K running plan, and so it's like, how do I explain this? It's an 8-week plan with like recorded guided runs, and it's like 5 runs per week. But of course you don't have to do them, like you don't have to do 5 per week. You can spread it out if you want to, but I'm going to try to do the 5 per week. And so I started it today, and today was an easy run. That's what it's called, which is a 5-minute run, which was pretty easy. And then tomorrow is an interval run, and then the day after that is a rest day, and then the day after that is another easy run, and then another interval, and then a rest day, and then a long run. And so since I did a 5K a couple weeks ago, I'll be very interested to do this 8-week like program, I guess you could call it, and then run a 5K again after the 8 weeks, and I'll be so interested to see how much my speed and everything improves. And then I came back inside and took a shower, and I was like looking through pictures of friends, because I think my home and lock screen are a little bit outdated on my phone, so I'm trying to find new pictures to replace them with, and I'm very excited with the pictures I found, so we'll see what I end up deciding on. And then I'm recording this, and then I'll go downstairs for dinner, and then I'll get ready for bed, and then read and record my short, because I finally set myself an alarm, so I'm not going to forget to record any more shorts. And then read and go to bed. So yeah, that was my day. I don't think I forgot anything. Hey, so sorry about the lighting. I'm doing this on my bed because I feel like it. Today was a good day. Today was a fun day. Today was a day. I got ready for the day, whatever. And then I got to school, and my first class of the day was English, and I tried doing dibujo técnico and couldn't figure it out, and yeah. And then was actual dibujo técnico class, and so he like showed me how to do it, and then yeah. And then after that was philosophy, I want to say. It was technology. And technology, it was like, we had our math test today, 4th period, and technology it was 3rd. And so everyone was like freaking out about the math test, and they were studying, but really studying was just talking about the teachers. Like, oh my god, that guy's so weird. Oh my god, we hate that girl, like blah, blah, blah. And so it was just a bunch of gossip basically, and I loved it, but I was actually doing technology stuff, and I understand it, guys, it's cool. And then after technology it should have been recreo, and like it was recreo, but we started the math test during recreo. How many times am I going to say recreo? 4 times apparently. And so yeah, we started the math test, so that then we have an hour and a half instead of just an hour. And so I started it. I got the first one totally easy, second one done, third one done, fourth one I was like, ooh, that's not an answer, I'll get back to it later. Fifth one, ooh, I don't know how to do that, I'll come back to it later. Sixth one, got it. Seventh one, I got answers that were wrong because I checked my answers and they were wrong. And then 8th one, I got it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I get How do I have to go back to 3? This is not okay. Like, what if I just can't figure out those 3 and I can only find answers to 5 out of 8, but then what if my answers aren't even right? So I go back to the 4th one and I figure it out. It was just like, I forgot logarithm properties. But then, like, once I went back and looked at it, I was like, oh, so obvious. This is what you do. So it was fine. And then the 5th one, I forgot to re-substitute in the substitution I did. So I was like, x does not equal 25. There's no way x equals 25. Well, yeah, it's because u was equal to 5 to the x. And so if u equals 25, then 5 to the x equals 25 and x equals 2. That makes a whole lot more sense. And so, yeah, I just had to resubstitute it in and it was totally fine. And the 7th one, I had to ask the teacher. I was like, is there anything you can do to help me? Because I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. The process is right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. He was like, oh, yeah, it's because you flipped y and z. Why am I like this, guys? How did I, oh my gosh. Such a stupid mistake. But whatever, we caught it. And so in the end, I got answers to all 8 problems, and then we saw the answer sheet after class, because we'll get to that later. But I got the right answers for all of them. Yeah, I think I got the right answers for all of them, but one of them I expanded. I left it in expanded form as opposed to factored form, so he'll probably take off a little bit of points for that, but whatever. And after the math period was supposed to be chemistry, but the chemistry teacher wasn't there, and so we had guardia, but our math teacher volunteered to be our guardia teacher, and so then people just took that extra time, that extra hour to work on their math test. And so one guy took 2 hours to take the math test, one guy took 2.5 hours to do the math test. Oh my gosh, guys, it's oh my gosh, 2.5 hours to do a test, that's a lot. But everyone thinks they failed. I talked to one girl who felt good about the test, and I talked to 15 people about the test, so yeah. One guy thinks he got a 0 point something. One guy thinks he got a 3 point something. One girl thinks she got a 4 point something. So I guess we'll see. But I think everyone did bad on the test except for me, hopefully. And then after that was lengua, and it was boring. They learned about the different types of se, se, because it's different if el. What do I know? Yo que sé. I realized you don't say what do I know in English, you say yo que sé in Espanol, in Spanish. But maybe I'll start saying what do I know. Anyway, I'm totally getting off topic here. But yeah, we were learning about the different kind of se, because apparently there's 10. So, and I have to learn them. I don't think I'll be able to learn all of them, but it's stupid. Why do you have to classify se? Who cares about classifying se? But whatever. And then after school, I backed home and had lunch and did homework. Oh, I worked on a dibujo drawing, and I did it all on my own, and it's not super exact, but it's good enough to get a reasonably good grade, so I think that's good enough. It took me so long. It took me an hour and a half to do that thing. That's ridiculous, guys. There better only be one problem on the test next week, because otherwise I will not be able to finish the dibujos test, which is on Wednesday, by the way. And so yeah, I did the drawing and it took an hour and a half, and then I changed and went on a run. And I actually love this new running plan that I started. It's I love it so much. Today was intervals, and it's a guided recording, so it's you're gonna start running in 5 seconds, you got this, blah blah blah, but it's it's better than that. And so I actually love it so much. And so today was intervals. It was 1 minute 5k speed, 1 minute resting. I thought I would hate intervals, but it was actually so great. I actually love intervals, because it's 1 minute is a perfect amount of time to rest, and then you're only running for another minute. It's I don't know, I love it so much. And so yeah, I really like this new plan. And then I came home and took a shower, and edited for a little bit, and then at like 7:15 I left for the bus stop. And so I took the bus to the train station where I met Amalia and Valeria on the bus, and then we went to the train station because I had to like reload bus passes. And then we went to the same restaurant as last week on Halloween, the like African place. And so we went and we had dinner there, and we met Anne, this German girl. And it was fun. It was really, yeah, it was fun having dinner with them. It made my stomach hurt a little bit, but like now it's fine, so it's fine. And the server it was the same server as last week, and she's so nice, she's so sweet, and she was like, you've come in here before, haven't you? I was like, yeah, I have. And then Amalia was like, yeah, and so did me and Valeria. And she's like, I don't recognize you guys, but I recognize her. I was like, I'm just more memorable, you guys. It's okay, I'm just more memorable. And so yeah, same server, she was nice. And then it's called La Flamencana, and so like there was a flamenco what's it called, show, flamenco something tonight, and it was cool. I got a recording and a video, and the video sucks because I should have just done it portrait, but I wanted to do it landscape so it fit the screen better. But anyway, so enjoy the horrible recording of the dance, but it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. And then we left the restaurant and we had to run to the bus stop because it took forever to figure out the check because the lady kind of didn't know what she was doing. But it's okay, we got it figured out. And then we ran to the bus stop and saw friends along the way, and so like we said hi because India was out with her friends, and so we said hi, and then we were like, okay, we gotta go now, and then ran the rest of the way to the bus stop. We made it, guys, we made it, but barely, because it was the last bus, so if we missed that bus then like we're screwed, like we gotta take a taxi back, I guess. And so yeah, we catch the last bus at 10:02, and then I come home and I don't know, I changed, got comfy, and had an apple because I really needed something to like, I don't know, I needed something natural because my stomach was like still not super happy. And then I talked with Moneybell for like a little bit, and then I came upstairs and I'm recording this, and then I'll edit a little bit more, and yeah, and then I'll get ready for bed and go to bed. So that was my day, and that was my week.
algo por aquí.